Welcome to day 4 of our 30-day challenge. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so that you get a reminder of tomorrow's class. I hope you enjoy, and I'll meet you on the mat. Hi guys, just popping on quickly to say that in this video I do go over a couple of alignment cues, and as I'm talking about it, we're in the pose for a little while, so if you do need to come out of the pose, then please just come back to Tadasana pose and join back in when you're ready. So just as I'm explaining, don't feel like you have to be stuck there. If it's feeling like it's too much and you need to move, please listen to your body and move, and I will meet you on the mat. Okay, so let's start at the top of our mats in Tadasana pose. So I want you to put your fingers on your hips so that you can tell hips distance apart. So if you put your fingers on your hips, point down, that tells you how far apart your hips are. Ground down through your feet, lift your toes, spread them out, place them back down. Slight bend in the knees so you're not locking out. Relax the shoulders, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Relax the whole upper body here. Inhale, halfway lift. So you're lengthening the spine, hands can slide up the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to the mat, right foot steps back, lower the right knee. Lengthen through the spine. Left knee comes back to meet the right. Lean forward over your hands. Exhale, drop your chest. Come down, lower down to the mat. Roll your shoulders back, baby cobra. So in baby cobra here, you should be able to lift your hands up off the floor and still have that arch in the upper back. So your hands are just there for support. You're not using your hands to push your back up. Push back up now onto your knees. Tuck the toes, come back into downward facing dog. So you can paddle out the legs here, bending one knee and then bending the other. Just make sure you do this with slow movements and you're not really bending the legs because you're not going to feel as many benefits. Especially if this is your first down dog of the day. And then feet together at the back of the mat. Right leg lifts high. Bend the right knee. Come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Right foot comes forward in between the hands, lower the left knee. Lengthen through the spine. And tuck the toes of your left foot, rock it up to meet the right at the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, slight bend in the knees. Bend the knees even more, swoop the arms all the way up to the sky, hands together. Hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips to the mat. This time left leg steps back. Lower the left knee. Lengthen through the spine. Right leg comes back to meet the left. Lean over your hands, lower your chest. Through into your baby cobra. Push back up onto your knees, tuck the toes, push back into downward facing dog. Toes come together at the back of your mat. Left leg raises high. Bend the left knee, come onto the fingertips of your left hand. Left foot comes forward in between your hands. And remember, if you can't get it there, if it comes to here, use your hand, place it there. Or lower your knee, walk your foot forward. However you can to get your knee to the top so that your knee is over your ankle. Lengthen through the spine. Push your right foot up to meet the left at the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up, hands together. Hands to heart, Namaste. So that is our sun salutation. So we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to add in another move. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to the mat. Right leg steps back, right knee lowers. Lengthen through the spine. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Hover over your hands, drop the chest, come through into Cobra. This time roll your shoulders back. This time use your hands. Push yourself up into a higher Cobra, but keep them elbows in. Push back up onto your knees, tuck the toes, push back into downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of the mat. Right leg lifts high. Bend the right knee, fingertips of the right hand, right foot steps forward. This time, do not lower that left knee. Find your balance. If that means you need to move your feet around, then do that. Hug the midline. So when I say hug the midline, pretend that there's something in between your thighs and you're pulling them together. And then when you feel ready, rise up, arms above head. They can be in line with ears or slightly forward, whatever feels comfortable for your body right now. Drop the knee of the left foot, left leg, sorry. So drop in the left knee. You can kind of feel the arch in your back dip away. So you want to make sure that you haven't got that much of an arch in the low back there. Obviously, naturally, some people will have a bigger arch. But in yoga, it's always good to listen to your own body. So if this feels good for you, you're more than likely doing it right. Fingertips to the mat. Rock the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Hands together, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, plant the fingers. Left foot comes back, drop the knee. Lengthen through the spine. Again, make sure knee over ankle of that front foot. Right leg comes back. Hover over your hands, drop your chest, make sure your elbows are in. Come into your Cobra. So while you're in your Cobra here as well, you want to be looking in front of you and not looking up to the ceiling. Push back onto your knees, tuck your toes, push back into downward facing dog. Again, in downward facing dog, if you need to, bend your knees. Make sure that your spine is lengthened and not rounding. Feet together at the back of the mat. Left leg reaches high. Bend the left knee. Come onto the fingertips of your left hand. Left foot comes forward. If you need to shuffle your foot forward, then do so. Find your position for your high lunge. Hug your thighs together. Hug the midline. Find your balance. Then rise up. Hands in line with ears if you can. Drop the shoulder blades behind. Bend that left knee a little bit just so that your lower arch and your back drops. Fingertips to the mat. Rock the right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Hands together, hands to heart. Okay, so from here, I just want to explain the difference between a warrior one and a high lunge. So we're going to step back with the left foot. And the left foot, heels are going to be in line. So your heels are lined up with each other. Your toes are going to be pointing slightly forward. So they're not parallel with the back of the mat. They're just pointing slightly towards the top of the mat. Bend into that front leg. Hands on hips. Pull your hips so that they're facing the front of the mat. So you don't want to be facing the long side. You want to make sure that they are facing the short side, the top of your mat. From here, make any adjustments that you need to. Maybe if you're feeling really wobbly, maybe your heels won't line up and there'll be a gap. Maybe you need to widen like your train tracks. So if you imagine there's tracks there. But find a position that feels good for you, but that back foot is flat on the floor. Heel over the arch of that front foot. Hips facing the top. And then you can raise the arms. Make sure the shoulders drop away from the ears. Cores engaged. And don't forget to breathe. Bring the hands back down to the hips. Now come on to so this is warrior one. So now come on to the toes of your left leg. You might even step your left foot back a little bit. This is high lunge. So high lunge is on your toes. Warrior one is flat on your foot. Now a lot of places or a lot of people, I should say, a lot of yoga instructors don't even teach warrior one because it's such a powerful movement for your hips. Up in a high lunge, you've got free range of movement here with your hips. You drop that foot and it's very tight. So if at any point a teacher says warrior one and you do not like this, you are more than welcome to come into high lunge. So drop your fingertips to the mat. Both legs come back. Drop the knees. Drop the chest. Come forward into that cobra. Push back onto your knees. And just come back into downward facing dog. So another reason, so what we've just done there, dropping your chest, cobra, up dog. Or not up dog, sorry, cobra and then down dog. That is called a vinyasa. So that is really good for kind of rebalancing your body before the next transition. So that's why there's a lot of vinyasas in yoga. Okay, so left leg comes up high, bend the left knee, fingertips of the left hand, left foot comes forward. Drop the heel of the right foot. Again, you might want to shuffle your foot in first, then drop it so that your toes again are pointing towards the top of your mat, and rise up into warrior one. So again, you can check your alignment here. Heels can be in line or slightly apart. Toes of the back foot pointing more towards the top of the mat. Knee over ankle of that front foot. Hips facing the top of the mat. Cores engaged. Arms come up, shoulders drop away from the ears. And don't forget to breathe. If you do feel any pain in your knees in this, come into high lunge. Again, not only is it quite strong for the hips, but it's really strong for that knee. So again, now we're all just going to come onto the toes of our right foot and just feel that difference. Lunge, warrior one. And maybe have a play, and if one does feel really uncomfortable, don't use that one. It's more than likely the warrior one is going to feel really uncomfortable. Lower the fingertips to the mat. Rock the right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold. Just grab your elbows, opposite elbows. Slight bend in the knees. Just relax your whole upper body here. Maybe you can sway from side to side. And release the hands down to the floor. If that means you need a really big bend in your legs, then do so. Then inhale, halfway lift. Hands rise up the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Feet come back. Push back into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward in between your hands. And then just come into a cross-legged position. So you can jump through, or you can just place one leg down and then the other, and then push back onto your bum. Okay, so just in a comfortable seated position now. If that means you need to raise your hips up, then by all means sit on a pillow or a cushion. Hands come to knees. I'm going to close down the eyes. And just take a moment here to focus in on our breath. Let our body relax after that practice. Feel the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe in and breathe out. Feel the belly rising and falling. Just take a moment here Notice any noises around you. Any noises closer to you? Maybe you can hear your breath. And just take a moment to notice what you can feel. You can feel the clothes rubbing against your skin, the hair on your neck, the blood pumping through your body. Take a nice big inhale in and sigh it out through the mouth. And one more. And just blink, open the eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands come together, hands to chest. Namaste. Well done everyone for completing day 4 of our 30-day challenge. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow for day 5. Until then, namaste.